I'm a healer, and hi, I'm Lawrence, and my project is called the Hermetic Workshop, and it's a hybrid production and publishing company with the goal of facilitating human development. I'm a healer, and it's a way of creating a vehicle to get that work out into the world and reach as many people as possible. And in a nutshell, the initial project that's coming out of that is called Core Vitality Detox, and it's a whole food dietary detox program that is an integral approach, so it helps people understand the relationship with food, physiology, habits, finance, social aspects, jobs, relationships, the whole bit, using the diet as a doorway to get into the inner world and do really rapid personal evolution in a very short time in a group context. So that's already been up and running for almost 2 years now, and we're getting to the point where that's becoming quite established in the area, and I also have a distance ed component for people around the world to participate in this project. And then there will be other presenters and other talents in other forms, whether it's a book or online media, audio products, CDs. Any kind of media product can come out of that company, as well as events, being both production and publishing. And one of the other aspects of this work is a network of retreat centers around the world, of which we will probably have the first one beginning in January in Costa Rica. So it's a place where people can go and immerse themselves in this work, and they continue to spread the love. It's already successful. It's already working. More's better.
Awesome. You had $500 for your project. At this point, what's the first thing you do with it?
If we had $500 additional dollars right now, that would be a great way to increase our online resources so that we can have a more accessible presence internationally. That's very important to us, and it would really smooth and facilitate that process.
5,000?
5,000 would free up some of my time to be able to work on articles of incorporation, the 501c3 filing, the rest of the business plan, those sorts of things, as well as maybe even pay some of my volunteer staff.
As well?
Perhaps pay some volunteer staff. I operate on a whole staff of volunteers entirely.
Do you want to touch on the apprenticeship program at all, or?
Absolutely. One of the aspects, it's fundamentally an educational endeavor. It's about educating people experientially. And one of the aspects of that Greg and I were just talking about this afternoon is an apprenticeship program and potentially a residency program for people coming in to learn how to do this work, because there's a huge gap right now between the orthodox medical system, in hospitals and doctors' offices, and living with a shaman in the woods. There's not much in the middle, and this would be actually right in the middle and be able to speak almost in a way functional medicine does to personal development on a broader scale, in incorporating all aspects of consciousness and being, and not just the health of the physical body.
Who would you say, or could you give a demographic of your clientele that you would foresee who would ideally come to the retreat center or to the work, or you already see?
It's actually quite broad. Our client.
Could you? Yeah. Okay. So if you could just say our clientele.
Our clientele so far for the programs and anticipated for the retreat center is actually quite broad. It ranges anywhere from punk rock teenagers to 70-something PhD therapists from Stanford. It's really quite a broad demographic. It tends to be more female than male. Women tend to be more ready to do this kind of deep transformational work than men. You have to kind of coax the guys into it. So it's probably 3 to 1 female to male so far. Generally speaking, the interest range is from predominantly mid-20s to about 70, 71. And I expect that the retreat center is probably going to be a couple of demographics, a somewhat older crowd in the 40s and 50s that are very mobile and somewhat affluent, and then a younger crowd that is more interested in the work study and the apprenticeship program that is just really fired up to do personal transformation work now, because it's up, it's what's happening, that's what's being presented to people is really rapid transformation. in a collaborative context, really doing it as a group, not only cultivating our individual talents and our individual gifts, but doing it in collaboration with others in community. It's fundamentally about community. I came through a lot of performing arts and a lot of theater, and theater as catharsis and transformational cauldron, to the point where I did a lot of consulting in theater on the design side and directing, various aspects of it, and studying various forms of energy medicine, Reiki master, shamanic work. I've been very interested in physiology. I've been an athlete for most of my life, so I understand how the body works, and bringing in a lot of current research on what people are discovering about food and what people are discovering about vitamin supplements and herbal supplements and so forth, because it's really blowing the doors off of conventional wisdom in terms of what we as a culture have been programmed to think what the value of things are. In particular, the food system, the industrial food delivery system is a travesty in this country. So it's, I can't imagine putting it on hold. I can't imagine perhaps shifting it around depending on what, it has to answer to the conditions of society, and if it's not working, then it's not fulfilling the goals, so I need to morph it. But it's the work I do, it doesn't stop. The work is the same whether I'm consulting on a theater design project, or whether I'm sitting in a boardroom with a bunch of architects, or if I'm doing an energy session at the table, solo, or teaching a group of people. It's all the same work for me. It'd be a monkey, like a bonobo monkey, I think. Yeah.
Cool.